What is up, Age of Empires 4 fans? It's FitzBro, and we've got our brand new Ayyubids civilization page on the Age of Empires website, and you can see what we are going to expect with this Abbasid Dynasty civilization variant. And you know, one of my favorite civs to play has been the Abbasid Dynasty, so I couldn't be more stoked about this. And look at this. The Tower of the Sultan, a giant siege tower. What? Camel Lancer, Desert Raiders. We got more camels, more siege weapons than ever. Let's get into this beautiful new variant civilization. Let me know if you're hyped about it down in the comments. And of course, subscribe to stay up to date with all of this brand new civilization news. You can see each week we'll be getting more info, all leading up to November the 14th. Let's start off with the overview for the Ayyubids. Ayyubids are a variant of Age of Empires 4's Abbasid Dynasty civilization and available with the Sultans Ascend expansion. At the confluence of continents where trade and science meet and where empires clash, the Ayyubids use the pursuit of knowledge to gain the upper hand. The House of Wisdom is the focal point of the combination of urbanization and science, unlocking powerful Golden Age bonuses and advancing through the ages. Sounds familiar. The Ayyubids focus on versatile units to gain a tactical advantage on the battlefield. The Ayyubids possess powerful camel cavalry that lay waste to enemy armies, you got that right, while their imposing siege weapons, giant siege towers, flatten defenses. With the calculated use of unique abilities, the Ayyubids can dismantle the opponent's strategies and tear into their forces. Boy, that's some nice syntax sugar, but let's get into the meat and potatoes. Lovely artwork, by the way, there in the background, playing as the Ayyubids. Let's get a little bit of a zoom going on here. The House of Wisdom for the Ayyubids selects between two powerful bonuses at each wing when advancing to the next age. The remaining wings will then increase their bonuses for the next age selection, offering endless strategic possibilities. Some present immediate value, while others are long-term investment. The major strengths of the Abbasid is the ability to adapt their House of Wisdom to fit their needs. So essentially, guys, if you've played Age of Empires 3 before, this should sound extremely familiar. So what's going to happen is it's going to present you, hey, you're going to age up. Here's your options to age up. But if you wait and choose this age up later, those bonuses are actually going to be even better. So maybe if you got 2 villagers going in the second age, maybe if you get that going in the third age, you get 7 villagers, and etc., etc. So taking inspiration from Age of Empires 3, which has often been the case with the balance team for this game, but that should sound very familiar and a different way to play the Abbasid Dynasty. They feature a unit roster brimming with tricky abilities. Early on, the Desert Raider causes confusion in enemy ranks with its mastery of both melee and range combat. It can switch between the two. Now that's what I'm talking about. Camel stonks are up. With infantry support tech, their camels gain increased durability when supported by nearby infantry. So kind of interesting with the Abbasid, you know, the traditional civ, camels, they support the infantry, where here, infantry are actually supporting the camels. Boy, the shoe is on the other foot now. Later, the unique Mangonel and the Maginique can switch to a fire projectile mode, dealing devastating damage to buildings and units in a large area. So we already know we're going to see some fire. We saw the fire ram with the Byzantines, but we're going to have fire projectiles with Mangonels with the Ayyubids. You know, I love the Abbasid Dynasty, but I might not ever be going back, guys. I am now going to be an Ayyubid main. That might be the case. You can see in this image, of course, a few extra camels. Look at this guy right there. Is that a camel trader? Look, he's got 2 baskets there. Maybe it's a camel villager, or who knows? Let's keep reading. We'll find out. The Ayyubids unit at a glance. Okay, you got the Desert Raider. Let's get even some more zoom going here. Oh yeah, even more zoom. Desert Raider. There he is. Wielding both sword and bow, the Desert Raider is a versatile camel unit available at both the archer range and the stable. While that's going to be annoying to scout, the Desert Raider is capable of quickly switching between range and melee combat stances, a powerful trick for mastering a dynamic battlefield. So man, that surely is going to be quite versatile. And oh man, this is the creme de la creme. The Tower of the Sultan. Look how tall this bad boy is. Oh, people have been asking for siege tower buffs, and maybe this is what you've been looking for. The Tower of the Sultan fires arrows while ramming down buildings. What? Costing immense amount of resource to produce, this lumbering siege weapon demolishes enemy cities and is extremely difficult to take down. Oh boy, I am looking forward to getting behind the wheel of this bad boy and going down into the enemy bases. Look at that Tower of the Sultan. And then you've got the Camel Lancers. Like regular Lancers, but camels. Has a tactical charge, which deals more damage the further it travels before impact. A little wind up, huh? That's new. Charging more frequently and from further away than the Lancer it replaces. So, sounds like it's going to have a larger distance charge and maybe more charging than the other Lancers. The Camel Lancer, the Desert Raider, the Tower of the Sultan. A lot of cool stuff to hear about. The House of Wisdom. Okay. Choose between growth and industry at the economic wing. Selecting growth will provide a group of villagers, while industry provides a shipment of wood. Man, this is straight out of Age of Empires 3. A shipment of wood. They even said it. Okay, that's the economic wing. So probably depending on the age, you'll get more villagers or more wood or maybe other resources. Military wing. Choose between reinforcements and master smiths at the military wing. Reinforcements will regularly produce desert raiders at the House of Wisdom, so maybe like a trickle, while selecting master smiths will instantly research blacksmith technology. So might be a good for later in the game when those techs get really expensive. Maybe it gets it for free. That could be quite nice, or who knows what it'll be, a training, right? The culture wing, and you can see them as desert lancers. We can still just, that is it. Look at that, guys. That is an imam riding a camel. That's going to be a mounted religious unit going out and grabbing. So now the Rus isn't going to be the only one. Looks like that is going to be a mounted imam there. Choose between advancement and logistics at the culture wing. Selecting advancement is both cheaper and faster to age up, where logistics will provide a group of dervishes at the House of Wisdom and the empower their unique ability, mass heal. So that's what this is going to be, guys. That's going to be the dervish unit. So we've got the Camel Lancer in the background. This is the dervish, is going to be their unique monk, and it has a mass healing ability. And apparently you can age up with logistics and instantly get those. So probably going to help you for grabbing the relics out there on the map. The trade wing. Oh boy, choose between bazaar and advisors at the trade wing. Selecting the bazaar will unlock the ability to hire units like mercenaries, like Age of Empires 3, and purchase resources from neutral merchants that arrive at the House of Wisdom. Oh really? You can purchase resources from the neutral merchants. Choosing advisors will produce a group of Atabeg advisors, okay, which can garrison in any military production buildings to improve the units trained there. So I think these are going to spawn when you hit the age, and then you can probably like cash them in like tickets to purchase something. I don't know if those values go up over time, or it sounds like you can garrison them in, if you go the other way, in the buildings for increased military production, kind of like the Delhi Sultan, I guess, a little bit there. Very cool. And that's going to be all of our wings. So boy, oh boy, very interested. Let me know what you guys think about these mechanics. I definitely could see like the economic wing being a super popular. Everybody knows, you know, having a strong economy is really good in Age of Empires 4 and often is going to outweigh units in the long run. But of course, maybe some good some synergy with some of these military upgrades or even these blacksmith techs you can grab. Not to mention grabbing the relics really quickly with the dervish. Or even figuring out how some of these traders are going to work, or use it for boosting your empire up. And that's going to be it for the Ayyubids. Of course, you're going to get your hands on them on November the 14th. Once again, the units you're going to be looking for: the Desert Raider, the Tower of the Sultan, the Camel Lancer. I mean, this is going to have to be like the new, loyalty if you've been subscribed to the channel for a long time. Like the Tower of the Sultan, that's going to be the highest tier. Like absolutely, no question about it. Okay, as far as what you guys can expect for next week, well, we've got Ayyubids, we've got Joan of Arc. I can only assume it's going to be Zuchi's Legacy next week, or Order the Dragon. I probably Zuchi's is what I would assume, but I don't know if they're doing these in any particular order at the moment. But that's going to be it for now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date. Grab the link of my Discord down below. I've got channels set up for these new civilizations, so you can bet I'll have some strategy guides a little early for you when they come out. So make sure you're there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.